Hello again, friends, and welcome back to the Patti and Brian podcast. The podcast where two people who have traveled by everything on wheels somehow live to tell the stories. I'm Brian, your pilot, conductor, chauffeur, and occasional vomit-covered in-flight medical personnel.
And I'm Patti, the co-pilot, co-conductor, co-chauffeur, and occasional cause of the vomit-covered in-flight medical personnel.
All right, we might as well start there.
We have to start somewhere.
Let's begin with planes because honestly, we've flown more times than we can count. Our first flight together was way back in July of 1990. We were young, excited, and blissfully unaware of what aviation adventures awaited us. Most of our flights were uneventful. Smooth skies, peanuts, pretzels, and me gripping the armrests like I was watching a horror movie. But then, 2006 happened.
I knew this was coming.
We were flying home from Las Vegas. Now, Vegas is known for many things. Slot machines, neon lights, and buffets that stretch longer than the Nile River. Patti, in her infinite wisdom, chose salad at the buffet.
I was trying to be healthy.
Well, healthy nearly killed me. We're sitting near the front of the plane, the best seats we've ever had. I'm enjoying life, feeling fancy. When Patti turns to me with that look, I knew that look. The something terrible is about to happen look. Before I could grab the vomit bag, boom. She erupts like Mount Vesuvius, all over me. I was covered. The smell of undigested salad. I still have flashbacks.
I didn't want to throw up on the other passengers. The plane turbulence made it worse.
I had to remove my shirt and shoes like a raccoon caught in a rainstorm. I'm sitting there in a t-shirt, shorts, barefoot, and drenched in foul-smelling buffet salad. And then, because the universe has a sense of humor, an elderly woman in a wheelchair starts having chest pain. The stewardess gets on the speaker.
Is there a doctor or nurse on board?
Silence. Then Patti points at me and says, "My husband is a nurse."
I was just trying to help, honey.
I looked at you with daggers. I walked to the back of that plane looking like a barefoot drunk who had lost a fight with a salad bar, with 100 eyes on me. But I was able to stabilize the woman, even if my appearance set nursing back 100 years.
You were a hero, a smelly hero, but a hero, and my hero.
Thank you, I'll take it. Now, not all flights were traumatic. Some were downright divine. Like the time we were about to board a plane and I noticed a very tall man ahead of us. It was Basketball Hall of Famer Jerry Lucas. No one recognized him except me, and suddenly all my flight anxiety vanished. I knew, deep in my Ohio State Buckeye heart, that God would not let anything happen to a plane carrying Jerry Lucas.
You were calmer than I've ever seen you, ready to board a plane.
I considered asking for an autograph, but I gave him his privacy. And then a couple of years later, he came to my brother Jeff's church, and I finally got to meet him. Pictures, everything. It was like the circle of life, but with a basketball.
And now we come to trains. Trains are one of my favorite parts.
Mine too. We've learned to love train rides. Chicago, New York City, Washington, D.C., each with a memory.
One of my favorites was arriving in Chicago in a dense fog. It was mystical, like you were entering a dream. Union Station rising out of the mist like a movie set.
We've taken subway trains in Chicago and New York. In Chicago, we rode the L to Wrigley Field. In New York, we arrived at Grand Central Station. People everywhere, going everywhere, speaking every language known to man.
And then we got on the subway train to Yankee Stadium.
And after 20 minutes, I realized we were going the wrong way.
New York and Chicago are very different. Chicago is the city with big shoulders. New York is the Big Apple, the city of the world. It seems more like a foreign country to me.
I remember taking the train from Gettysburg to Washington. For a while, I thought we were going the wrong direction again. I didn't relax until we reached D.C.
But hey, better than driving and trying to find parking in those big cities.
And now, let's talk about automobiles, otherwise known to us as breakdown machines.
We've had a car breakdown in Gettysburg, a flat tire in Detroit, and pouring rain.
And once on the way to South Carolina, the engine sputtered so badly, we turned around in West Virginia and limped home like a wounded duck.
We decided it was better to just lease dependable cars.
But then there was the time Dad caused a fender bender in Gettysburg. Conflicting directions, dementia creeping in, and boom, we lost our rental privileges.
That was a rough trip.
And even though I try to, I can't forget another childhood trauma. My first driving lesson. Dad decided to give me my very first driving lesson on a busy highway.
And to bring along your Grandpa Smith.
All three of us in the front seat. Grandpa gripping the door handle like he was ready to jump out. When I drifted toward an oncoming truck, Dad said, "Lesson over." Thankfully, my Uncle Dale saved me and taught me how to drive without risking the lives of family members. He was much more patient and understanding than Dad was.
Bus rides are always fun. Let's talk about those next.
We can't forget our trolley ride up the hills of San Francisco.
Is a trolley car a bus? I thought it was part of the car family. It's called a streetcar.
I guess, but it mostly resembles a bus or a train. I'll just say we rode a trolley bus in San Francisco.
Maybe we are overthinking it.
We've taken buses to the Grand Canyon, Cincinnati, around Hawaii, around Washington, D.C., and honestly, the movie Planes, Trains, and Automobiles nails the bus experience perfectly.
Thankfully, we never had anything like the movie Speed. No rogue bus drivers, no bombs, no Keanu Reeves.
But once we took the wrong bus in Atlanta and ended up on the wrong side of the tracks.
But we love buses because we don't have to drive, fight traffic, or deal with road rage. Just sit back and enjoy the ride.
One of my happiest childhood memories was sitting behind the wheel of a riding mower at age 5, my very first driving experience. I don't know why it was so exhilarating, but it was pure joy. I still remember over 60 years later, the magic of memory.
And a little more enjoyable than your first driving experience in a car with your dad and grandpa.
Yes, years later, another not-so-joyful memory. Me, Jeff, and the twin terrors, Rick and Randy, on a golf cart. Randy took a sharp turn. Jeff went flying into the dirt, nearly rolling into a sand trap. I somehow held on to my golf clubs and was able to stay on the golf cart.
Let me guess. Smith humor.
I am afraid so.
Smith humor.
My love for cars started in Phoenix. Dad's brother Dallas always had great cars. now considered classics. Dad loved big cars too. His 1973 Impala was a gem.
That's why you always look a little longer at Impalas when we go to a car show. Now I understand.
Dad even had a black 1957 Oldsmobile. I remember being 2 years old in 1960, honking the horn until it stuck. I recall even as a 2-year-old, Dad was not amused. Then, when I met Patti, she had a 1968 white Camaro with a soft top. Beautiful car. And she sold it for a song.
I couldn't get parts for it.
I am still in mourning for that Camaro. My first car was a 1973 baby blue Mustang. I sold mine too. The ignorance of youth. I have 2 major regrets with cars. Patti selling her Camaro and me selling my Mustang. Now I settle for model cars. My 1957 Chevy, a Volkswagen Bug, station wagons. I even have Speed Racers Mach 5.
And when we want to see real classics, we go to car shows. Much cheaper than buying one. Well, that was a lot of wheels, Mo Jumbo.
Planes, trains, automobiles, buses, trolleys, golf carts, riding mowers, and we never even got to when you once rode a bike and went flying over the handlebars.
Don't even think about it, Haas. I was carrying your tennis rackets and one got stuck in my wheel spokes. Gave me a concussion.
Wear a helmet next time, Missy.
Thank you all for joining us on this Wheels adventure. You've been listening to the Patti and Brian podcast.
You must still have that concussion. It's the Brian and Patti podcast.
Nope, Patti goes first.
Hey, you vomited on me once in front of 150 people. Brian goes first.
We'll let the listeners decide.
I'll get the sympathy vote.
Careful, or I may vomit on you again.
Until next time, friends, keep your wheels turning and your stories rolling.
And stay away from Vegas salad buffets. Bye, everyone.